Welcome back to MTV's 120 Minutes. I'm Dave Kendall. Love and Rockets guitarist Daniel Ash has a new album in the stores called Foolish Thing, Desire. It's the follow-up to his solo debut, Coming Down. And Daniel told us he took a different approach.
I didn't really know what I was going to do when I went into the studio at all on this one. There was, I had no songs, no music, no words or music at all, so it was completely going in blind, but that was the whole idea. So that what would happen hopefully would be totally spontaneous rather than manufactured, or I didn't want the intellect to sort of take over. I wanted something that was there, like first idea, put it down. Usually it seems to be the case that the first thing you think of is the best, because it's very difficult to be original, but and at the same time be simplistic, because I don't believe in complicated lyrics. I believe in being as direct as possible. And in the past I've sort of not been direct, I've been right all over the place, and I prefer, as time goes on, to try and be as simple as possible, like Bebop-a-Lula, She's My Baby is poetry to me.
It's the first video from Daniel's new solo album, Foolish Thing, Desire. It's called Get Out of Control. Control. Now, the women you see in that clip aren't actually playing. Surprise, surprise. And we asked Daniel if he got this idea from a certain Robert Palmer piece called Addicted to Love.
I got the idea from that, yeah, but I didn't obviously want it to look like... I love that video, by the way, the first one. I thought that knocked me for six. I thought it was such a brilliant idea, so effective. So yeah, I definitely stole the idea from him. But I had a really good excuse, you see, because I didn't have a band. So I thought, well, very interesting band. I wish they were the band.
Well, Daniel can't use that excuse anymore. He has got a band together now, and he's planning a solo tour of the US in February. We'll keep you posted on that one, and we'll have more of our interview with Daniel Ash in the second 60 of MTV's guitarist Daniel Ash. Both Daniel's new album, Foolish Thing, Desire, and his 1990 debut, Coming Down, have come out since Love and Rockets last released an album in '89. Bassist David J has put out 2 solo albums since then, so we asked Daniel what's up with Love and Rockets and how working in a band differs from his solo career.
David and myself are very, very different sort of characters, and that can work, but it can also, in certain areas, work against you as well, because there is stuff that I know David would do that I'm not into at all, and vice versa. So that has gone when you're working on your own, which is great. So the way I see it is that with your own solo stuff, you do get more focused on what you're really about yourself. When we decided to have a break, I remember it was after a gig, and I said to Dave, after this tour, it really is time for a break, you know, and he agreed straight away. And Kevin came in and nodded his head as well. And it was supposed to be for 1 year, but it's been about 4 now. You're no big deal. It's almost like these days, we do our own stuff, and the band is something that we go to once a year or something, or once every 2 years. In other words, the solo stuff is more up front now. I just want to get the purest possible music. And if that's working within a band or on my own, well, time will only tell.
Daniel told us there is actually a new Love and Rockets album in the can, but we shouldn't hold our breath waiting for it to come out, since the individual Love and Rockets members want to concentrate on their solo projects. So to tide us over, here's a video from the Love and Rockets self-titled '89 album, So Alive.